Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Goa Connect. Now, my guests today are a very special one. It's not always that we get all three of them together, but I think we're quite fortunate enough to have them here in Goa. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with me three gentlemen, CS Nagendra Rao, CS Pawan Chandak, CS Abhijeet Rane. Now, they all are part of Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Sir, first of all, gentlemen, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, CS Nagendra Rao ji, you are the president of Indian Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Now, I just want to know for a layman, how can you explain this profession of yours and how are you influencing the individuals, or whether it is society or whether it is economy in general?
Okay. Let me tell you first that the Institute of Company Secretaries of India is a premier professional institute which has been set up under an Act of Parliament. That is the Companies Secretaries Act of 1980. So the main object of the Company Secretaries Act is the regulating and developing or development of the profession of company secretaries. Now, as known to you, like Army, Navy and Air Force are for the security of our nation. Similarly, there are three professional institutes and one amongst it is the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Similarly, Institute of Company Secretaries of India plays a pivotal role for the economic development of the nation. And the role of company secretaries or role of governance professional is immense. And therefore, you will find that the company secretaries are one of the pioneers in the corporate culture. They are the pioneers in guiding, advising the board of directors from time to time to take a decision which will have impact not only on the company but also on the economy as a whole.
Okay. CS Pawan Chandak ji, you apparently are the chairman of the Western region of Institute of Company Secretaries of India. I want to understand there are basically four parts to it, four segments.
Yes.
One. And more importantly, what is the role of a chairman basically when it comes to the region, deliveries?
Correct. We have four regions: Western India, Northern India, Southern India, and Eastern part of the nation. And currently, I being the chairman of WIRC, it is Western India Regional Council. So I have to undertake all the initiatives of ICSI. I have to ensure that all the ICSI initiatives are implemented in the region. This region covers 5 states: Goa, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Gujarat. So entire this region constitutes the Western region, and there are 17 chapters like Goa. Let's say the Goa chapter is one of the 17 chapters which comes under the jurisdiction of Western India Regional Council. And apart from that, we need to do the career awareness. We need to create the awareness about not only the ICSI but also about the corporate governance, Panchayat Raj, Gram Panchayat Code. That because ICSI has plethora of good things which is beyond the corporate governance, I would say, and accordingly we have the role to play, and we play this role for the students mainly and also the members of our Institute of Company Secretaries of India.
Okay. Obviously, Abhijeet Rane doesn't require an introduction. His family to us. You apparently have become the chairman of the Goa region of ICSI. Tell us about your scope of work that you do when it comes to the region as one of the chapters.
Okay. Goa chapter mainly has to support the region as well as the institute in strengthening the profession. So how we go about it is having various career awareness programs throughout the states at various colleges, having collaborations with the institutes or the universities, having MOU with them for academic collaborations. So also we have webinars for students where we explain the students about the curriculum of the course or the profession, how to go about it, how to enroll for a CS exam, so that every aspect of a student has been covering in the Goa region. So apart from this, we also have career counselor who guides the student as well as the parents to guide them to take the profession as company secretaries in the state of Goa. And we, the managing committee of Goa chapter, also helps the students throughout our tenure in helping the students to take the profession and have this profession in terms of their professional growth.
Okay. CS Nagendra Rao, my very specific questions is when it comes to company secretary, they're more involved with the corporate. I am very much surprised that it also deals with a lot of social issues like, implementation of Panchayati Raj or maybe, working with the community. My question to you is, how do you see your profession building up the India that we want to see, apart from your corporate governance role that, usually is implied to your profession?
Okay. Let me before that tell you that Institute of Company Secretaries of India is headquarters in Delhi and it has around 72 chapters all across India, and we have 4 regional councils. So, institute works in a 3-tier system. One, chapter level, that is the ground level. Second is the regional council level, which looks after and assist the chapter level for the regulation, rather than more of regulation, development of a company secretaries. For example, how a company secretary, because he happens to be the one of the corporate savior. So, in that connection, what are the steps to be taken? It may be on account of programs, it can be on account of webinars, it may be on account of building more and more capacities, more and more knowledge. Now, in that direction, you will find the chapter region along with headquarters play a very, very pivotal role for the purpose of shaping the professional. Because today you will find laws are ever changing, and in the dynamics of ever changing laws, it is always said that if you are not updated, you are outdated. So, in that connection, chapter and region play a very pivotal role for the purpose of organizing day in and day out various programs for the benefit of all members, and also additionally organizing various career awareness program, various other social connect programs for the benefit of members at large and students. Now, so far as the members of the institute are concerned, predominantly they were called as compliance officer. Now, they are playing more of a governance professional, not only in for the governance of various laws. Today you will find that you take any law, the fees or the non-compliance of it is very huge. Even if you miss out a single deadline, you will find the penalties, the fines would be very, very high. So, in other words, you will find the cost of compliance is far lesser compared to the cost of non-compliance. And in that connection, you will find that company secretary plays a very, very pivotal role in playing a major role in not only educating all the corporate, advising, guiding, facilitating and a helping hand for the corporates, not only the corporates but society at large. Today you will find in COVID-19 CSR activities, many corporates are into CSR activities, many societies into CSR activities, but those CSR activities which are being undertaken by the corporate society at large, whether it is reaching to the concerned persons or concerned society is most important. Therefore, you will find impact assessment which is required to be done is also being done by the company secretary, so that whatever benefits the corporates or society or general public at large, you will find the company secretary helps and facilitate. So, more than a governance professional, it is helping each and every member of the society, whether you are from an urban area or whether you are in a local area. We are the extended hands of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So, maybe there may be a possibility that there may be certain investors in a rural area, or you will find a rural area may want to, or a society wants to invest in shares or in some bonds. So, educating so far as those rural our members are concerned or the society at large is concerned who may not be aware of as to, or there may be various sponsor schemes which would have come to the market and which would unnecessarily take money from those particular our rural brethren or sisters. So, the company secretary plays a wider role, not only from the governance point of view, but also helping at a local rural level for the purpose of society at large, which automatically helps in making an giving a guidance to them, by virtue of which they can make an investments. So, investment which will help in the economy. B, savings, by virtue of which again saving is one of the most important part of the economy. So, you will find company secretary not only are providing the, or not only giving the governance role, but also helping or shaping the urban as well as the rural area in terms of these activities.
Okay, Pawanji, what kind of initiatives is the Western region has undertaken to build this profession and more importantly deliver to the society? You've touched this, if you can just break it down and give us a little detail.
Yeah, basically this year we at Western India Regional Council have decided to take the profession deeper. When I say the deeper, we need to hone the skills of the members, existing skills. Along with that, we need to train the students for the future. So, accordingly, we have designed the yearly course and yearly course of action, and accordingly, the comeback to profession is one of the theme-based program series which we have designed and successfully implemented. Also, during the COVID second wave, which was more deadlier than the first wave. So, what we did is to keep the members in a positive frame of mind. We had a series of sessions, Fit Body, Fit Mind, and wherein we were having the sessions right from morning exercises till evening meditations, and various talks of, on the medical and psychological and physiological aspects also. And the members, that all these initiatives really helped the members and students. And along with that, we also have another initiative, that is Let's Explore. Let's Explore means beyond the corporates, what company secretaries can contribute, how we can be play the pivotal role in nation building. So, that kind of, that Let's Explore. Along with that, we are having, for making all these things possible, we are having 5 state conferences across all the region. And today there was a valedictory of the Goa State Conference of WIRC, ICSI, and PCS means Practicing Company Secretary Conferences, annual regional conferences, joint seminars. So, lot many activities have been undertaken, and it is executed at regional level.
Okay. CS Nagendra ji, when you took over as the president of ICSI, what was your vision, and how have you seen your tenure building up towards it, and in terms of executing some of your special implementations that you have done during this period?
There is a one of the I will translate one of the quote which is there in Hindi, which says that it is always easier for a navik, that is a person who takes his, because we are in the state of Goa, and you will find sea across everywhere, water everywhere. So, it is easier to row the ship or to row a vessel in a calm period of time, but it is very difficult during the turbulence time. When I took over as the president of the ICSI, and also after a couple of months COVID-19 impact had, second wave of COVID-19 impact has taken place. Irrespective of impact of COVID-19, you would find, because of the first wave experience to some extent, you would find lot of initiatives we have taken by ensuring that our members are fully equipped to handle not only the complexities, but also the challenges, but also how we can use technology as one of the mode by virtue of which we had arranged, and we had also given all our 72 chapters as well as our regional council all the necessary licenses of software by virtue of which every day or some or the other programs were conducted in the interest of members, in the interest of students. Many initiatives were taken for the benefit of the members as well as students. If I can quote few of them, we have for members initiative and especially during the COVID time, we have formed a separate fund, a separate corpus of around 10 crores for the benefit of those dependents of the CS family, wherein in the event of demise of a CS member, their dependents would get a certain sum of amount which can help them to bridge that some time in order to come back and can help by virtue of a financial assistance. This is one such step. There are many steps which have been taken. If I talk about the student front, we have allowed exempted students, that those students' parents have one among the parents, whether is it a father or a mother, have expired. We allowed those particular students to register themselves for the program of executive and professional without any fees. In other words, a financial assistance burden helping them so that they do not have to get into the, because they will be more into the troubled times and their mind would be blocked with various negative element or thought. So, we wanted to give a helping hand to those particular students, and for that we had asked all our regional councils that please arrange more and more programs for the benefit of our members as well as students. First, make the mind strong, because once it is always said empty's mind is devil's workshop. So, more and more motivational talk, more and more bringing in positive energy, vibes for the purpose of the members, more and more bringing in notable personalities, and also those particular personalities who have withstood and withhold many challenges and come out of those particular challenges, face serious situations compared to the COVID-19. So, all those programs we had organized for the purpose of benefit of the members as well as for the purpose of benefit of a students. Similarly, separate portal for plasma. Earlier you will find the moment the COVID, there was there were a requirement that plasma donation. So, those COVID who had undergone already COVID but who are having plasma, they can donate the plasma which will help the other COVID patient to recover. So, we had established a separate plasma portal. So, our members could participate in those particular portal and can donate the needy persons. Similarly, we have tie-up with many hospitals. Memorandum of understanding were entered with various hospitals by virtue of which our members could get benefit. Either it may be by virtue of a diagnostic routine, or it may be by virtue of pathology, or it may be by virtue of at least trying to get the admission. But let me admit it was a difficult time because government had taken over many of the hospitals, but an MOU was entered so that some or the other our members, a separate group was formed, a separate dedicated person in the event of, we have a separate trust called as CSBF, that is Company Secretaries Benevolent Fund. So, we had given a dedicated person. So, in the time of need, if any members or dependents have any issues in terms of COVID, immediately you will find a dedicated person whose mobile number was displayed, was put in the website. So, the family members or a COVID patient, including a member who is suffering a COVID, hospitalization charges, oxygen, bed, whether you are admitted to hospital or not, on the production of bills, our CSBF, they were also reimbursing the amount which has been spent. So, there were many activities, not only activities on program development, but various CSR activities for our members were undertaken by the ICSI. Similarly, we had also donated an amount of 5 crores to the PM CARES fund, which will be helpful for general members, the society at large or nation at large. So, along with that, many activities were taken for the benefit of members as well as students. Similarly, we, in spite of all these odds, we have received many recognitions. One amongst them recognition was that company secretaries are considered to be equivalent to a postgraduate qualification. In other words, hitherto you will find that company secretary were not considered as post graduation qualification. It means that our member, in case if suppose somebody wants to pursue a PhD, he has to undergo 2 to 3 years of the post graduation, 2 years post graduation, and then he has to register himself for PhD. Now, because the UGC have given us a recognition in this particular time of COVID, after I taking over and after making necessary representation once again before the UGC, you will find the UGC had been kind enough to grant us the recognition, and by virtue of which our members are considered as post graduation and they can pursue the PhD. Similarly, the Securities Exchange Board of India have also granted us many other recognition in the area of the practice. Our company secretary in practice have been asked, have been conferred upon that we should, in case of a company who are going to delist, a necessary due diligence report from a company secretary is mandatory and it is required to be placed. Similarly, another recognition which has come, that a practicing company secretary, a periodic practicing company secretary have to place every annual general meeting, every company has to place those company who have issued shares or ESOP shares to its employees. A separate certificate has to be placed in every annual general meeting. So, COVID-19 has, though it has shaken up, but at the same time, because of the commitment, because of the persuasion, because of the dedication of not only the chapters, the chapter chairmen, the chapter regional council chairmen, also by the central council of ICSI, president, vice president, and also the support given by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, as well as, let me tell you, our assets are the employees of ICSI, whether they are in chapter, region or headquarters. So, with all their support, in fact, let me tell you, because of the guideline, we had to have the capacity of employees very less because of the social distancing, physical distancing. So, we had to have limited number of employees working from the office or in fact from home. Irrespective of that, commitment has not deterred and we have given our best, and we are sure that in time to come also we will be getting more and more recognition for the benefit of members and students.
I think those are some of the major achievements which happened during the pandemic. It was a tough time that we saw for the last 1.5 years. Abhijeet, I want to ask you one last question is, you have seen Goan economy, whether it was mining in the initial stage, obviously after the ban, and then now post-pandemic you have tourism also at it. So economy is a lot shaken. Things are kind of recovering. How do you see your sector professionals towards this particular aspect when it comes to our state Goa?
See, in Goa we have around 165 professionals who are into practice and in employment. We majorly play a role in advising the board of directors and the company on the best practices to be adopted. Now earlier a company secretary was only a corporate compliance officer. Now today if you see, a role of company secretary has developed to far extent. So now we are not only a compliance officer, we also give advices on tax matter, business laws, the business transaction, project planning. So we advise the board and also the management in taking deeper steps and into their projects, and also guiding them in ways and managing their compliance in a better way. if you ask me about the economy sector wise, we have progressed as a company secretary in making various analyses in terms of justifying your financials, making changes with respect to debt restructuring. So all those activities are professional like company secretary is taking up today, to help the company and the management for their better decision making.
I think anything that you would like to add?
Yeah. Also, if you would, if I take your request to add on the activities of Goa chapter on what we have conducted throughout the year. It was a very difficult year for Goa chapter amidst this pandemic. This year we have focused on student activities more. The plan was to penetrate deeper into the rural areas and give the students of the rural areas a chance to focus on a professional degree. So for which we have conducted around 15 plus career counseling programs, then webinars to guide the students on various aspects to enter the profession and also take up the profession as a company secretary. On social front also, Goa chapter has taken various initiatives. One being we have conducted a blood donation camp in Goa. We have also tied up with Healthway Hospitals Private Limited in catering health needs of our members and students to take the health benefits at concessional rates. We also have, to maintain the flora and fauna, we have planted more than 100 trees in collaboration with Roop Kesari Vatika. This has also helped the Goa chapter to progress also on a social front, apart from our academic and the career aspects.
I think, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining. And I'd like to summarize one important thing is, your role as of now has completely changed. It is not just the compliance that you guys do, but it is also the governance part, which is very good to hear when it comes to delivery to the society. One, and obviously you are investing in the future. You are investing in the students and making them the next leaders for the society. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining on this very short notice and sharing your valuable thoughts. The CS Nagendra Rao President, CS Pawan Chandak, Chairman of Western Region, and CS Abhijeet Rane, Chairman of Goa Region, all representing ICSAI. Well, this is all from my side. We'll keep on entertaining you with all such other information. So keep watching Prudent.